goodness. Yes.
I just figured out how to do the timer. Tamika showed me
Oh yeah.
when we did our I did my solstice gathering, and she she said, "Girl, there's a timer on this." I said, "There is." I'm
Okay.
like, I don't know my phone. That's why everyone is laughing at me. And I'm like,
We're getting it together.
my daughter
We're getting it
particularly, like,
together.
Mama, you have a smartphone.
Yeah.
You don't know how to use it.
That's the only phones they give out, so.
Right.
I don't have a choice.
Yeah, I'm really trying to see if do they even have flip phones anymore? I'm like, do I really need all this?
Girl, I'm not the person that asked for that.
Not for, I don't wanna say regular people, but like if
Regular
you,
people.
yeah, like if you work for like a business and they want flip phones, they'll give them to like a business person.
Oh, really?
But yeah, cause when I worked for the health department, we had flip phones.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, they'll give you, they're like the real rugged ones, you know?
Big
They're like real
numbers.
bulky and,
But it's touch screen, it's not,
nope, it's a flip phone.
so you actually have to push the
It's the
numbers.
numbers, yeah, T9.
Oh,
Okay.
you give me something really advanced. Okay.
Well, I'm very thankful for the bonding that's happening. This is wonderful. So let's get started. So, okay, we have entered a new year, which I am just so excited about. So this is our first class of the series. We're gonna relaunch the Chakra Yoga series. So we're gonna go through all 7. So if this is your first time doing this, or if you just wanna look at it from a little different perspective, because the second time around, that's how I'm trying to look at it, is trying to take everything that I've learned and look at it again and see how much deeper we can get into it. So the chakras are a system of energy. So we are energy, and really we are a spirit. That's what we're really acknowledging. When we acknowledge that we have chakras, we're acknowledging that we are a spirit who has energies. And so when we are placed on the earth, it is activated, and we're kind of like a spirit that comes to the earth, and boom, we get rooted down. And so the first chakra is the root chakra, and it's our first initial connection to the earth. We're just getting here and we're just figuring things out. And so I'm looking at it with more of an appreciation this time about, our ancestors. Like this time I think I'm thinking about them a little bit more, because I'm like, whenever we get placed on this earth, we're getting placed into a situation. That's throughout all of time. As soon as we have the human experience, we're all placed into a situation. We're placed into a race. Usually we're placed into a religion. Even the lack of religion is kind of like a religion. It's like, what's your spiritual belief? I don't have one, or whatever it is. We're placed into a society. We're placed into a family, and that family dynamic is the most powerful. What sort of family dynamic was I placed into? That's what we have to ask ourselves. And actually look at it. And then show all of those people a lot of compassion, because what kind of family dynamic were they put into? And then showing compassion all the way up the line, because most people are not placed in a good position. It's a struggle life for a lot of us, and no matter what it is, it could be different ways. We might look at someone and say they weren't born into a struggle life. They were in some way. Why would they come here? Apparently we're here to learn a lesson, so ain't nobody getting it easy.
Right.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is, now that we're like looking at our root chakra, we're going to start asking ourselves, how grounded do we feel? How secure do we feel? So we can think of the root chakra as 3 S's: safety, survival, security. So as we go through survival, like we're placed on the earth, and now it's like, okay, we gotta stay alive. So whatever it's gonna take, and how threatened we feel when we're placed here is usually how threatened we feel in general until we learn otherwise. So if we were placed in a very threatening situation, we're very defensive and very survival mode. Whereas if you're placed in a really cushy position in certain ways, you're not as in survival mode. You're just like taking it more to like, I know I'm in a safe space. And those safe spaces is like, what area of our lives do we feel safe in? Sexually, do we feel safe? Spiritually, do we feel safe? Emotionally, do we feel safe? And it's like trying to find that safe space so that we can feel grounded. None of the other chakras, so if we're looking over here, that root chakra, it's our foundation. It's located at the base of our spine, at our tailbone. It's the only light, because all of the chakras are light. We are light, we are made of light. And this red light is the only one that's shining straight down. So because of that, it affects our hips, our legs, our knees, all of our joints, our ankles, all the way into our toes. So if you're having any pain in the lower body, root chakra's got to get balanced. Okay, so it's important. It's like half of our body. So we're like really rooted in, and sometimes I think of it as like, what if we're buried? Okay, now I'm starting to get a little weird, but here we go. What if we're buried into the earth up to our waist? Imagining that, right? Like, so imagine like everything underneath the earth here. That is our root chakra. So it's almost like we're in our waist here. We're waist deep here. And so we have to learn how to access all of the other chakras, all the ones up. And so we're going to do some asanas. So in yoga, asanas are poses, and these poses are designed to really target the lower body. So we're going to have a lot of groundwork. We're going to be staying close and down to the ground, but we're also going to be saying to ourselves, I am safe, I am secure, I am alive. And so saying that to ourselves, it's going to, for one, hopefully decrease a lot of anxiety. So when the root chakra is off, we can get really flustered. And so reminding ourselves, like sometimes we're feeling flustered and we're perfectly safe. There's like, sometimes we're alone, there's nothing happening, it's a very calm, safe space, but we're flustered. So we have to remind ourselves, I'm safe, I am alive, I am well. And so just kind of reassuring ourselves when we're in those moments. And same when we're feeling sluggish and we feel depressed. Depression and anxiety are two very real emotional and mental issues. So we have to remind ourselves, I am alive, I am well, I can do this. And so those are the affirmations that we're going to be saying throughout the practice. All right, so let's sit and have just a moment of meditation. So we're in either easy pose, which is what a beginner level will sit in easy pose. If you have been doing yoga for a while, I encourage you to sit in a more challenging or intermediate position. And I am going to suggest half lotus. So only you have to take one foot either side and place your foot at your hip crease. And then allow it to slide down. It doesn't usually stay right up glued to your hip crease. Wherever it slides and settles to, this would be half lotus. Okay, so hands are rested down on our knees, and we're going to root our tailbone down and allow it to be heavy in the earth, both hip bones evenly balanced. And then we're going to take a deep breath in, and on the inhale, straighten and lengthen the spine. Exhale to soften and stay. Inhale through the nose, rise even more, get even longer. Exhale, stay. And we're going to hold that length, sitting up nice and confident and strong, and finding our breath, returning to our pranayama, our life force. Holding here for 4 silent breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, roll the shoulders up towards the ears, round and down. So nice big shoulder rolls. Really exploring this space. Our shoulders can get very heavy, and this is where we hold a lot of our sadness. So as we're rolling it around, and we can also switch directions here, just think about the joy that we're meant to experience. One more big roll around, and then we settle in the center. Neck rolls, chin is going to drop to our chest. Allow the head to be heavy as a heavy anchor as we're elongating the neck, and then slowly roll head to one side. Slowly and heavy, we explore all the different shapes and sizes here in the stretch. Remembering to breathe nice, long inhales through the nose and exhales out of the mouth. Last time around. On the exhale, switch directions. Spending time here on the neck is really important because this is where we hold a lot of our stress. So my prayer and my hope for you is that you feel calmer, that you feel more relaxed than ever, that you know that you are safe. Last time around, exhale to stillness, head is straight. Very nice. We'll add in some arm sweeps here. Inhale, arms drop down and sweep all the way up. Exhale, release, arms wide. 2 more, inhale, listen to your sound, mimic the ocean. Exhale like a crashing wave. Last one, inhale. Exhale. All right, we're gonna extend the left leg out long, out to the side, and then hug the right foot in towards the inner left leg. We're gonna start with a side bend. So we wanna straighten our torso to face over that bent right knee. And then our left hand slides down our left leg, right arm sweeps all the way up and over. Oh, it should feel amazing. So we're feeling that right now through the side body, through the right rib cage, all the way down into the right hip that we're actively pushing down into the ground. Our neck is relaxed and our head is heavy to release any strain and get a little bit more comfortable in this position. Hold for 1 more breath in. On the exhale, we release by waving the right arm behind us, planting the hand behind us. Half wild thing, left arm reaches up, hips rise with it. So from the left toes to the left fingertips, we're drawing a diagonal line. Reach even more through the fingers, experiencing a deeper stretch through the upper body, and squeeze the glutes, lifting the hips higher to engage some strength in the lower body. Hold for 1 more breath in. On the exhale, we release, setting down the hips. Legs stay in the same shape. Very good. Head to knee pose. Now our torso is turning to extend, to face the extended left leg. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, we fold over, head to knee fold. Nice rounded spine, heavy head and relaxed neck. Try to face both shoulders down to the ground here. And if you can guide your sight line over your knee, that's the alignment we're going for.
Usually you have extra mat, and usually you probably don't.
I do. You need a mat? Come on. Come on, come on. I'm so glad you decided to join us.
I'll just leave that phone over here.
Okay. Yes. You can get comfortable and take off your shoes if you like.
It's okay.
Okay, whatever you like. Nice. All right, hold for 1 last breath in, guys. That was a nice deep stretch. Exhale, slowly rise. Beautiful. All right, take that left foot, cross it. Oh, let me set you up. I'm so sorry, honey. Okay, so your left leg is out to the side. Your right foot is hugged in towards your thigh. Perfect. Nice. You're flexible. Okay, here we go. Everyone grab the left foot and cross it over the right knee, over the right thigh. Now explore and figure out your body. Can you get your foot totally flat on the ground? And then how high can you get your heel towards your hip? Okay, nice. But once you get there, settle that left hip down. Okay, nice. hip bones still evenly rooted. And then embrace that left knee, hug it in towards your chest, and then straighten and lift through the spine, sitting up nice and tall and confident. We should feel the stretch here on the outside of our left hip. Hold for 2 breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, we relax the hands behind us, and in one move, we're going to lift the right foot and plant it on the ground. Nice, nice. Very good. This is a seated pigeon pose. Okay, very good. We're gonna add a little sway side to side, and I want you to explore the sensations that you feel in your hip as you do this. Often the more you cross your knee across the body, the deeper the stretch is, the more of a sensation it is. Holding here for 2 breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, we release by extending the right foot out long, and then we'll just switch sides. So this time, right leg goes out long, left foot hugs in towards the body. Great. Our torso faces that left knee, side bend, right hand down right leg, and the left arm sweeps all the way up and over. Open the heart and the chest up towards the sky, and roll that left shoulder back behind the ear. Holding here for 2 breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, we release, waving the left hand down, planting it behind us. Half wild thing, right arm reaches, hips rise. Draw that diagonal line from the right toes all the way up to the right fingertips. Squeeze the glutes, get the hips a little higher, stretching through the front of the right hip. We'll hold here for 2 breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, we release, set the hips down, bring the arm down as well. Legs stay the same. Head to knee fold. We'll face that extended right leg this time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, folding over. Rounded spine here. Heavy head. Allow the crown of your head to drop down to the ground. And since we held it on the other side a little bit longer, we're going to hold it a little longer on this side too, just to make sure we're balanced. So 3 more breaths here. Last inhale. On the exhale, we release, slowly lifting up. Wow, that felt nice. Right foot crosses over left knee. Hug the knee in towards the chest, plant that foot down. Hug your knee in towards your heart, sit up nice and tall, and then drop that right hip and allow yourself to be evenly rooted. And we'll just remind ourselves of our root chakra here in this moment, because this is a very profound pose, in that we can stay rooted even when things seem kind of all twisted up. We can remind ourselves, I am safe, I am well, I am alive. Last breath in. On the exhale, we release the hands down behind us, lifting the left foot this time and planting it on the ground for our seated pigeon pose, adding in a little sway. And you might notice that one side is a little bit tighter than the other side. That's totally normal. It's just about figuring those parts out about yourself. Hold here for 2 more breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, we release, straightening the left leg. And then we're gonna come uncross the legs. We're gonna come up onto tabletop pose here. Hands and knees. All right, so when we're on all fours, we wanna check ourselves for our alignment. We want our hands directly underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips. Fingertips spread nice and wide, push into the finger pads. We'll take 3 breaths here. Inhale, look up, drop the belly, point the tailbone up for cow. Exhale, we round and contract, tucking in our tailbone and dropping our head so much we can look at our belly button. 2 more with dramatic breath. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Exhale. And we return to neutral tabletop pose. Great. All right, we're gonna open the right knee out to the side. Fire hydrant squeeze here. So we wanna keep our knees still bent and we're squeezing through the hips. Holding here for 2 breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, we'll draw circles with that knee. So right knee gets a full exploration here as we explore the hip space. Getting even wider in our circles each time. Last one here, all the way up to low lunge. Right foot takes a giant step to the top of the mat. Nice. Now wherever you landed doesn't mean that's where you have to stay. We want our both hands on the inside of the foot. The foot is directly next to the hands and the left knee is far enough back to where your hips have space to sink so you can enjoy that stretch here in the front of the left hip. We lift our gaze straight ahead and we'll hold for 2 breaths. Last inhale. Exhale to half splits. We walk our hands back, straightening that right leg. I like to bring my right hand to the outside of the right leg so that I can do this head to knee fold. And really just allow your back to be rounded and heavy and give all the energy here to the hamstring and to the calf. The root chakra affects all of this lower body. So we're just loosening it up. That's okay, honey. One more breath in. Exhale, we'll walk our hands forward to the top of the mat. Tuck the back back left toes, lift the back left knee. Downward facing dog, right foot takes a giant step back. Nice, good transition there. So we're nice and strong through the arms, spread those fingertips, and encourage your chest to get closer to your thighs. Push your hands away from you to really lengthen through the spine. Hold here for 1 more breath in. On the exhale, child's pose. Drop your knees wide, toes together, and set your hips to your heels. Extending the arms out long and resting the forehead down on the mat. We just return to prayer, to self-reflection. Holding here for 2 breaths. Last inhale. And on the exhale, we rise. Tabletop pose, bringing the knees back under the hips. 3 cat-cow. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release. 2 more. Last one. Tabletop pose. Fire hydrant left side. Squeeze, engage, feel the strength in the glutes here. Challenge yourself, squeezing the core as well, eliminating any sway out of the low back. And then hip circles here. Rolling that left knee all the way around. Being dramatic in your movement. And create that fire and that energy in the low body. Last time around to low lunge. Left foot takes a giant step to the top of the mat. We check our alignment here. And we encourage our right knee back behind us, dropping that hip down. Lift your gaze straight ahead. This is our plan. Last inhale. Exhale, walk the hands back to half splits. Left arm crosses over and forward fold. That feels amazing. I hope you guys are enjoying that too. We'll hold here for one more breath in. Exhale, we'll walk our hands back, forward, the lunge. Tuck the back right toes, lift the right heel for me, and downward dog. Oh, nice. So this second time around, maybe we're paddling out the feet and really exploring this downward dog a little bit more. Dropping your head so low that you're gazing behind you. Try to look at the world upside down from a different perspective. Last breath in. And on the exhale, child's pose, knees drop wide, toes together, hips towards the heels, and melt all the way down. You guys are doing such a good job. Go ahead and give yourself a compliment. And we'll hold here for 2 more breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, we slowly rise to seated here. So we'll lift our shoulders over our hips. And we'll do a little stretch here in the little body. So because the root chakra goes and covers an area so large all the way down to our toes, we gotta incorporate our feet. So we're gonna tuck the toes under here. And you can also kind of loosen the pinky out too, so that all 5 toes are getting contact. And then just allowing yourself to sit on your heels. So this is a very deep stretch to the feet, and if at any point this is too intense, go ahead and take them out. But it really is like a foot massage, and if the more you think of the pain or the stretch as like pleasure, that it feels like, wow, I can feel every single part of my foot, and it feels like a foot massage. Very good. So now we're gonna add some arms in. We'll do eagle arms. So we're gonna cross the right elbow on top of the left elbow. Now right there, some people, that's their limit, but if you can go more, then you're going to intertwine and cross the right forearm behind the left. And if you can do even more, then you're gonna try to have your palms touch. Okay, very nice. Eagle arms. Okay, so now in eagle arms, you want to lift your elbows up so that your elbows are parallel to the shoulder. And then you want to move your hands away from your forehead so that the arms are making a 90-degree angle. Nice. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. Last one. Exhale, gently release the arms completely and then open them all the way up. Drop your head behind you. Other side. This time left elbow on top of right, crossing at the forearm and the hands if you can, and then lift the elbows, move the hands away from your forehead. Hold for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last inhale. Exhale, release the arms, slowly open all the way up, head drops back behind you. Tabletop pose, hands come to the mat and gently untuck those toes. Yeah. So now you want to really take your time to curl them the other way, slowly. Okay. Gentle with those toes. Now, if you like to paddle them out, so I like to sort of wake them up after that. And I'm like, okay, that sensation's over. So this is me sort of nurturing like a baby, like pat, 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 that situation's over. Okay, very nice. All right, let's go into our downward facing dog. We'll tuck the toes behind us again once more and then lift our hips. Very nice. All right, holding here just as a transition, 1 breath in. On the exhale, take as many little steps to the top of the mat for your feet to meet your hands. in ragdoll fold. Then to the waist, allow your head to be heavy. Your upper body is totally relaxed and relying on that lower body. Arms can hold on to opposite elbows too if you'd like, and you can add a little sway. Holding here for 2 breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, release the arms, bend into the knees a lot, and slowly rise by pushing into the heels, taking your time here to switch levels as we roll up the spine to stand. Shoulder roll once you reach the top. Beautiful mountain pose, hands facing forward. We are open to receive. Beautiful. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, release. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Arms stay up this time. Have your right hand grab onto the left wrist. Left foot crosses behind the right foot. And then we're going to pull our left hand as far to the right as we can. This is our crescent stretch. And we're gonna push that left hip to the left as well. Relax through the neck, hold here for 1 breath in. On the exhale, straighten. Uncross the foot and grab the other wrist. Right foot behind, leaning all the way to the left, push that right hip towards the right. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to straighten. Uncross the leg, arms come down. Very good. All right, we're gonna do a chair pose here. Arms sweep all the way up and lower the hips down, making sure that our knees are not going past our toes. We're really going to set our hips back here. Have the weight of your body into the glutes. And we're gonna pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tree pose, left leg down, right hand up, or right leg up. Right, left foot down, right foot up. Feel like I'm playing Twister. Nice. All right, tree pose, hands come down to heart center. Very nice. And we'll hold here for 2 breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, release everything down. Beautiful. Come back to the top of the mat here. High lunge, right foot steps all the way back. Arms sweep up. Beautiful. In high lunge, all 10 toes are facing the top of the mat. We're getting nice and low and deep, activating the lower body, and our gaze is straight ahead. Holding here for 1 more breath in. On the exhale, we forward fold to low lunge. Very good. Left foot steps all the way back to plank pose. Side plank, right hand down, left arm up. Nice. In side plank, we want our spine to be straight, so it usually means lowering the hips a little bit. If you'd like to intensify this, then you can bend the left knee and place the foot, basically a side tree pose. Side tree pose.
Wait, which one is our stabilizer?
So the right foot down is the stabilizer. Yes, nice. Last breath in. Exhale, left hand down, plank pose. Chaturanga, lower all the way down to the belly, untuck the toes. Inhale, cobra. Exhale down, child's pose, and the hips to the heels. And find our rest. Very good, thank you. 2 breaths here. Last inhale. On the exhale, we rise, tabletop pose, bringing our knees under our hips, and then downward facing dog. Step the hands forward, tuck the toes, and lift the hips. 1 breath here. Exhale, walk at your feet to the top of the mat for ragdoll fold. Maybe feeling a little heavier here this time. Just relaxing and letting go of the upper body completely. We'll take one more breath in. Exhale, bend the knees a lot and slowly rise. Taking your time. Feeling your body. Shoulder roll at the top. Mountain pose. I feel grounded. I feel safe. I feel alive. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, release down. Two more. Inhale, take a deep breath. Feel the life. Exhale, release, relax. Last one, deep breath in. And sigh. Chair pose. Arms straight up. Set the hips down. Challenge yourself here. Activate the lower body. Feel all that strength. And we'll pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We shoot up to tree pose. Left foot comes to the inside. Nice. Then we lower our hands to prayer. We let go of any sway. We let go of any worry. We hold for 2 breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, and everything comes down. Beautiful. High lunge. Left foot takes a giant step all the way back. All 10 toes are facing forward. The farther back we step and the deeper we sink, the more intense this is going to feel. But we don't want our right knee to ever pass the threshold of our toes. Inhale, arms straight up. We'll hold here for 2 breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, forward fold down to runner's lunge. Plank pose, right foot steps back. Side plank, left hand down this time. Right arm rises. Option for a tree pose here with a right bent knee. If you can lift your gaze to look up at the right hand, that's extra challenging, but if you can do it, do it. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale, release, plank pose. Chaturanga, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Child's pose. Hips to our heels. And find relaxation again. Go ahead and congratulate yourself for a challenging sequence there. We'll hold for 2 breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, we rise. Tabletop pose, bringing our knees back in. Downward facing dog. Extend the arms out. Tuck the toes and lift the hips. Nice. 3-legged dog. Right foot rises. Point through the right toes. Squeeze through the glutes to get the toes even higher. Really reach through the leg. Activate all that strength. We'll hold here for 1 more breath in. Exhale to pigeon pose. Right knee drops right behind the right wrist. And then the right ankle opens out to the side under the left hip. We extend the left leg down long. And we're going to stay lifted up here. And we're just going to allow that right hip to slowly settle down. We're also getting a nice strengthening here through the spine. So we'll hold for 1 breath in. Exhale, folding all the way down and relaxing. Now here you can rest your forehead on the mat or on your forearm. But this is a very good deep stretch, excellent for our hip health. So we're gonna hold it a little bit longer. We'll be here for 4 breaths. Last breath in. On the exhale, we slowly lift up. That was nice. All right. Tuck the back left toes, downward facing dog. Nice. 3-legged dog, left leg rises, pointing through the toes. Squeeze and challenge yourself here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to pigeon pose. Left knee behind left wrist. Left ankle on right hip, stay lifted. Allow that left side to settle down. We'll hold for 2 breaths here. Last inhale. Exhale, release all the way down. Relax into the head. We'll hold for 4 breaths. Last inhale. On the exhale, we slowly rise. Great. Tuck the back right toes, downward dog. This is going to be our last downward dog of this class. So anything that you want to do to end this pose, really dropping the head, maybe dangling and shaking the head here. We'll hold for 2 more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale to plank pose. We ripple forward. Our gaze is straight down. We'll pause here for a second as well. Activating that core. Having our body as straight as we can, which usually means lowering the hips. Last breath in. Exhale to shut around and lower all the way down to the belly. Excellent. Bring both arms out long in front of you. And we're going to lift the left arm and the left leg up long. So we also want to have our our spine straight. So continue looking down. And we're just squeezing through the back of the left back and the left glute. Hold for 1 more breath in. Exhale, release. Other side, right arm up, right leg up. Gaze is straight down, and we're just going to hold for 2 breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, release. Here we go. Let's really challenge our root chakra here. And gravity. All 4 limbs up. And find some peace here in this strength. Holding for 2 breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, release. Great job. All right, we're going to roll onto our backs here. Going right into bridge pose. Our knees are bent, our feet are planted. And we get a chance to relax the upper body. So just have the arms down by your side, totally still. And relax the face. Allow the head to be heavy. A still chin, a calm neck, heavy shoulders. I am safe. I am well. hip-width distance apart. Bridge pose, take a deep breath in. On the exhale, lift the hips by curling the tailbone up and rolling up the spine until you explore that limit of that full squeeze here. We want to keep our knees stacked over our ankles, so we want to resist the tendency to open our knees out to the side. And then allow all that weight and strength to be resting in our shoulders, not our neck. Take another deep breath in. On the exhale, release by slowly rolling down the spine until our hips are the last thing to touch. Beautiful. Once more, inhale, roll up. Explore that limit, and then we're gonna pulse. Down and up is 10, down, 9, down, 8, down, 7, down, 6, down, 5, down, 4, down, 3, down, 2, down, 1, all the way down. Beautiful. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give it a nice squeeze. Very reassuring, very loving, very open, very transparent. You can add a sway here, rocking side to side, giving your lower back a little bit of massage. And sometimes I like to also put my hands on my knees and then just draw circles with my knees. That way I can sort of target where in the low back that I'm releasing. So we can go ahead and do that as well. If you're also drawing circles, let's go around 2 more times. Last one, and then switch directions. Still breathing, still working on our life force, appreciating that we are alive. This is our turn. We're experiencing it right now. Last circle around, and then stillness in the center. Bridge pose, dropping the feet down to the mat. Reclined pigeon pose, right ankle on top of left knee. Now, if this is enough, you can just use your right hand to guide your right knee away from you and open up that hip even more. But if you'd like to intensify, you can embrace the left knee, interlacing your fingers in front of the left knee and then pulling that knee in towards your chest. So we did quite a few hip opener poses today, and you guys did an amazing job at those. And this one is my favorite because we're laying on our backs for this one, so we can really get deep into this stretch. So let's hold this one the longest that we've held it today at 5 breaths. Gently release, setting that left foot down if it was tucked in, uncrossing that right leg back to bridge pose, and just being really gentle with ourselves and showing our body a lot of compassion. All right, let's do that on the other side. So this time, left ankle on right knee for our reclined pigeon pose and our figure 4 shape. Left hand pushes that left knee open even more. Or the reclined pigeon, grabbing a hold of the right knee and pulling the right knee in towards the body, opening up the left hip. And just feeling comfortable, just exploring ourselves here, enjoying these sensations. 5 breaths. happy baby pose. We'll hold on to the outside of both feet. And then we'll open our feet out wide, knees are spread out wide. And we're hugging our knees down towards the outsides of our torso. So really deep stretch here. You'll even feel your tailbone curling up off the mat a little bit if you're really pulling your knees in and finding that limit. We'll hold here for 3 breaths. Last inhale. And on the exhale, we release our final resting pose of Shavasana. We extend all 4 limbs out long and allow them to take up a lot of space. So really open up here as we just offer our bodies and our minds and our spirit. We offer it a chance to rest. To rest everything, to restore, to nourish, to renew. And we're just going to come back to our breath, our pranayama. Slow inhale through the nose. Exhale, release, and let it all go. Inhale. Just becoming aware of our breath. Slowing it down. Finding our own rhythm and our own pace. Creating this safe space in our mind. Telling ourselves that we are alive. We are safe. We are grounded. As you continue in your breathing and in your stilling of mind, I encourage you to visualize the root chakra at the base of your spine. Imagine this bright red jewel that's growing brighter and brighter and spinning faster and faster. It's emitting this light that is so powerful. And you are just appreciating that it's inside of you. You imagine it like a cord connecting you deep to the center of the earth. It nourishes you. It provides for you. It stabilizes you. And it reassures you that you are meant to be here at this time and this space. We give honor to God and to our ancestors for keeping our line alive just so that we could be here. We're thankful that they passed the torch. We're thankful that we are ourselves illuminated in this moment, even when it seemed like the light was going to go out. We are connected. We are rooted. We are stable, unwavering, and unbothered by the occurrences of life. All is well, and I am safe. This will be our mantra. I invite you to repeat it with me if you'd like. We'll do it 3 times, and then we'll enjoy some silence. All is well, and I am safe. All is well, and I am safe. All is well, and I am safe. fingers are reaching as far from your toes as you possibly can. Take a deep breath in, feel the ribs expand. On the exhale, soften and slowly roll to one side, pausing there, using your arms as a pillow. We're going to encourage ourselves before we rise. We invite God to join us in this daily journey. Walk with me today. Walk with me today, oh God. Take one more breath in. And on the exhale, slowly rise to seated, using your arms to help guide you there. We'll meet in the center of our mat in an easy pose, or if you chose a more challenging seat in the beginning of class, I'll invite you to do the half lotus on the other side. I want to thank you guys so much for practicing with me today, and as you continue this root chakra month with me, and I want you guys to eat lots of red. So we're gonna really be focusing on red foods this month. And yes. And you know what? I also like to throw in a seasoning. So yeah, like the peppers and the tomatoes and the strawberries and the cherries and as much red as we could possibly get this month. But also red seasoning, cayenne pepper. Let's just sprinkle, and I know, I mean, I like it hot, but I'm starting to not like it hot as much as I'm getting a little older. I'm just like, okay, I like a little bit of heat now.
Not too much.
Not too much. So I encourage you to just sprinkle a little cayenne on something that you're already making this month. So let's really like feel alive and rooted this month. Oh, and root vegetables. Rooted vegetables. Beets, yes. And turmeric. Yes, although we eat that in the yellow too. For our sacral crux or our solar plexus chakra. But it's still rooted, so it's red too. So a lot of these foods we're going to be repeating through the chakras. All right, so I thank you guys for practicing with me today. Next week is like one of my favorite classes of the whole series. It's the yoga ball class. So I'll provide the yoga balls, and it'll be if your root chakra is too open. So if your root chakra is too open, that's where everything slows down. That's sluggish season. And so we want to make sure it's not a season, it's just a moment. We recognize it and get it, allow it to become a season. So we're going to get out of that sluggish mindset and be able to identify how to get out of it with the yoga ball. Yes.
I'm excited.
Yes. Okay, all right, hands at our heart. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me today. We're just going to bow and say namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Okay. And I was recording that